and now to the ongoing 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Wales returned to action against Iran, hoping to earn more than a point from the Asian nation like their neighbours England did. Meanwhile, host Qatar will have to win their match against Senegal to avoid elimination, and Netherlands will take on Ecuador, looking to add to their winning run. In the last match of the day, England locked horns with the USA as Gareth Southgate's men hope to extend their winning form. Arise Sports correspondents Aaron Akerejola and Ebi Yomon join us now from Qatar to preview these games. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
All right, a very big pleasure to you, Cynthia. I want to say we are actually up and running in the second half of this particular game. The game between the Dragons of Wales and Iran is still goalless, deadlock at the moment. The first half was dominated by the Welsh national team with a flurry of chances coming Kiefer Moore's way, and Kiefer Moore trying to push in Williams and also not forgetting Gareth Bale, but nothing has happened. They've been wasteful talking about Gareth Bale, and they've not been able to assert themselves as much as they want to in front of goal. So it's still goalless as it stands, and I'm sure Iran will take a point from this particular game because Azmoun has been brought into the game with the hope that he might just be able to nick one on the counter. But I'm not alone here. Of course, I've got Ebi Yomo. Ebi, looking at this first game, kicking off festivities for the second round of matches, how would you assess Wales versus Iran?
Well, it's quite surprising that at this point, Wales are yet to get a goal. They have been a better side, but it's not just looking in their favour. And if they keep on with this performance or with this third, they might just end up losing the 3 maximum points and having to share the spoils with Iran. But hopefully that doesn't work out for them. But as it stands, we see that group is a very tight one, a very tough one that has the likes of England and the United States. And if Wales do not get the 3 maximum points, they should be kissing their way out of the World Cup.
All right, saying their way out of the World Cup. You mentioned the rest of Group B, which actually houses England and USA. But before we talk about that, let's turn our attention to the host, Qatar. Qatar taking Senegal later on today. The Teranga Lions, favourites to actually nick this one. But the hosts will be jeered by the fact that they have the support of the nation behind them. How do you think this particular fixture will play out?
Okay, first of all, the host Qatar surprisingly won the 2019 and 2021 Asian Cup. And in the first game, they were not able to deliver at all. The passing, the pressing, everything was at the barest minimum. And you want to expect, was it a mentality thing? Was it maybe the fear of actually playing in their first ever World Cup? Probably that was what played out. But now, if they lose to Senegal, they might just be out. No, they will be out. But for Senegal need to get the points. 2 costly mistakes from Mendy actually ensured that the Netherlands topped Senegal. But Senegal, well, will be looking to get their first clean sheet in 9 World Cup games against Qatar, and that should be their easiest chance if they're able to keep a clean sheet against Qatar, because I think Senegal have what it takes, aside the likes of Sadio Mane, who is not playing. They have so many quality players who are making it and making the waves in Europe, so why not?
All right, making their way to Europe, Checo Tiote, they've got Kalidou Koulibaly, of course Edouard Mendy, who did not cover himself in glory in their first encounter. Let's see how that one plays out, talking about the game, the host Qatar against the Teranga Lions of Senegal. But the big one is the game between the 3 Lions of England and the US national team later on tonight. And I must tell you, all is set for that encounter. The US have not lost to the 3 Lions of England in a competitive fixture. We caught up with some English fans, and this is what they had to say ahead of that fixture. All right, as we build up to the game between England and the United States of America later on tonight, I have 2 English fans here. Earlier on, they were singing "Coming Home," and today they want to cheer their team to victory. But I'll be asking 2 different questions from both of you. Yep. First of all, Harry Kane is not fully fit. Do you think he should start today, or he should be rested? Maybe someone like a Callum Wilson come in and give Harry Kane the opportunity to recuperate, because the fight is still very, very long.
100% Harry Kane starts today. He's our best player. He scores us goals. He's world class. We need to win today. We can't take any risks. We start with Harry Kane.
All right, not taking risk. The coach has decided to stick with some people. Harry Maguire. He has decided that he will stay with him, Bukayo Saka and the rest of them. Looking at the particular squad, some are saying that he might revert back to his former 3-5-2 formation, more defensive-minded. Do you think he should stick with the first formation he used against Iran?
Yeah, I hope he sticks with the team from the Iran game. It was very attacking. We looked like we could score every time we went forward. And on Harry Maguire, I think sometimes people are unfair on him. He had a very good game. Why he didn't get a penalty, nobody knows. And he's very good in the air. He was very composed. He brought the ball out. I know it was against Iran, but I think if he plays all the group games, he'll be ready for some of the bigger teams, I'm hoping.
And finally, prediction. England, USA predicted the match.
I said to the German TV a minute ago, and I'm going to tell Nigerian TV, 3-1 England, Sterling, Saka, Kane.
All right. What about you?
I think 3-0. I'd give Saka and Bellingham and McCain.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the game. All right, guys, so that was the Three Lions fans predicting how the game will play out, and they are giving it to the Three Lions. AB, coming into this game, Harry Kane's fitness has dominated the headlines. Whether he should start, whether he would start, is left to be seen, or is down to Gareth Southgate. For you, talk to us about formation, and should they risk Harry Kane in today's fixture?
At this point, England looks like the better team on paper. But when it comes to this kind of clash, like you have already said, the United States and England has never defeated the United States in a competitive fixture. And you know how it all pounds, that the United States could spring a surprise. So one thing the English coach should not do is to be complacent. He should field his best 11 in this game. It's going to be a very pacey one. It's going to be a very interesting and intense game. So predicting 3-1 for England is quite overconfident for me. I think it's going to be a very close call. It might end up in a 1-1 draw or a 2-1 victory, but I don't see either of the team defeating anyone by 3-1 or 4-1.
All right, so let's see how things will play out today. But finally, of course, Netherlands will be taking on Ecuador. Both teams won their Group A opener, and they'll be hoping to probably improve on that with another 3 points. It's going to be a very, very tough affair, understanding that Ecuador won against Qatar 2-0, and the Orange decided to leave it late, and they also won 2-0. Talk to us. How do you think, or where do you think the pendulum will swing in this game?
Well, first of all, it seems these two teams are a bit evenly paired. Both teams did not qualify for the 2018 World Cup, and now they have started their World Cup on a very flying note. We've seen that's the Ecuadorian team be coming up to this World Cup. They had some issues with the qualification from Chile, and now they've been able to do well. But for Ecuador are a team to watch. They were quite interesting. The Netherlands were able to defeat a very good Senegal side. So they might just have the odds in their favor. But I would say it's going to be a very tough game, a very interesting one. The Netherlands have so many players, so many fly players in Europe. And for Ecuador, well, Estupinian is there, and they also have their star man, Valencia. What he can do, we don't know.
All right, what we can do, we don't know, but one thing was certain in the first game, and Valencia got a brace for himself, and he'll be hoping to add to that particular tally. Let's see how he actually plays out. Wrapping up Group A will be that game, Ecuador against the Netherlands. But for now, as we still speak, it's still goalless between Wales and Iran, and the Iranian team showing quite a lot of spirit in this particular fixture. One thing is given at this World Cup, and that is that nothing will be handed to anyone. Whatever you get in terms of result, you'll work for it. Big names have fallen at this World Cup in terms of Germany, in terms of Argentina, and I must say, it's been a walk of surprises. As we try to wrap it up, AB, talk to me. So far, so good. Looking back at yesterday, were there any surprises for you?
Well, not really much surprises. Look at the Cameroon and Switzerland game. Cameroon, they came in with a lot of confidence, hoping they could get a win over Switzerland, but that did not happen. Embolo, a Cameroonian, actually stopped their shine. But you also look at Serbia and the Brazilian game. Brazil did not disappoint. The Samba boys did it. Richarlison was able to justify his inclusion into the squad. So I don't really think there was any game that was surprising. But for Ghana and Portugal, Ghana became the first African team at this World Cup to get not just one, but 2 goals. Sadly, they were not able to get any point out of those 2 goals. But if they keep up the same tempo they did against Portugal, they might just be able to qualify out of the group. Hopefully, at least one African team needs to shine.
All right, we're looking forward to the to the Black Stars of Ghana. They are the youngest team at this World Cup, but they didn't show their age yesterday. They showed great experience. They showed a lot of verve and quite a lot of spirit. The Ghanaian president was there, Nana Akufo-Addo was there to actually cheer the team on. I must say that it's been a World Cup of surprises, and it's been a World Cup whereby if you take your opportunity, certainly you have a reason to rejoice. Cristiano Ronaldo was one of the stars of yesterday, understanding that he scored in his 5th World Cup, a record 5th World Cup. No one, first ever male player to do it, understanding that Martha has actually done it before. So you look at that. So the first male player breaking the record, shattering quite a lot of records, and putting beside him all the controversy concerning his future in terms of his club career. But for now, we're looking forward to how things will play out with the 3 Lions in action against the United States of America. The star game. Remember, another star man there, Timothy Weah, the son of Liberian President George Oponwe, who got a goal for them against Wales. We'll be hoping to probably add to his tally in this particular fixture. Or will Harry Kane, or maybe Bukayo Saka, who got a brace for himself against Iran, might be adding to that particular fixture. No player has scored more than 2 goals at the World Cup as we speak. As the second round of matches begin, let's see if some will add to that particular tally.
Indeed, still more excitement at the World Cup, Qatar 2022. Aaron Akerijola, Ebi Yoma, many thanks for the updates. Good to have you.